You can have a hobby, that's fine, but it has to revolve around me. And if it doesn't have to do with me, then you need to quit it. Imagine telling someone to quit their favorite hobby 3 months into a relationship. I am sick, but I've got my tea. It is soothing chamomile, not just plain water this time. I have essential oils. Most importantly, tissues. I have this nice cozy TXT graph gan that is available in my store on Etsy. And I'm still currently not able to crochet for more than 10 minutes at a time. But in honor of the crochet spirit, I am holding with me a skein of yarn for projects that I am going to be doing. For my next mini project that I'm going to be working on. I made my mom a few scrubbies for her birthday, and I wanted to make sure they were the right size before continuing, but then I decided I'm gonna use the rest of this yarn to make a little hand scrubby loofah for her. So get your yarn, get your hooks, your needles, and I was gonna say crochet along with me, but yeah. We are doing Am I the A-hole? I'm pretty sure that I can swear on YouTube, but it just feels wrong, so I'm not gonna do that. We are looking specifically at boyfriend-girlfriend relationships, and wow, am I happy to be single? These people are horrible. These are horrible people. I don't know from which friggin' hole from hell that they crawled out of, but these are the situations. So we'll just jump right into it, shall we? So right off the bat, the title is Am I the A-hole for asking my girlfriend to stop knitting so much? Okay. First of all, yes. Before beginning, yes. So my 30, that's male, the boyfriend, girlfriend, 27, female, is really into knitting and has been long before we started dating 3 months ago. 3 months ago, okay? Just remember that, 3 months ago. At first it didn't bother me and I thought it was cool she had a hobby, unlike the other girls. That's red flag. Like, what? It was cool she had a hobby? Just those podcasts where the dudes are like, what do girls even do? Like, they don't have hobbies. Oh my goodness. But then I realized just how much she does it. Granted, she's not pulling out the knitting hook at dinner or anything, but it seems anytime we're watching TV together or just hanging out at her place, she's always working on some project. She says she needs to keep her hands busy and that it's fidgeting to her, but I severely doubt that she can be fully present. You don't have to pay attention when you fidget, and she literally jokes that she doesn't know how to count. She claimed it's not all the time, but it's definitely more often than not. I don't understand that part. What are you saying? She argued that she can follow TV show plots just fine, but when I quizzed her on some details, she couldn't answer some of the questions. So I think my point stands. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my gosh. Okay, so first of all, you're doing this with your hands and like occasionally looking down. I would demonstrate, but I didn't bring my hook over here and I'm not getting up. You can watch a TV show, especially if you've been doing it for a while. It's automatic. You don't have to think about it. I'm watching freaking foreign TV shows with subtitles, and I'm able to read the subtitles and understand what's going on. Like, I don't... Idiot! Idiot! 3 months! Idiot! Oh, my throat. Okay. I should have done less annoying ones whilst my throat is sore. Sorry, this is like the worst. I'm gonna do podcasty content because I'm halfway through my video for this week and I wasn't able to finish it because I wasn't able to work on the project because I'm sick. But like, this is like the worst time and my voice is probably super annoying, so I'm sorry about that. And to quiz her on the show, I can be sitting there watching a show, not doing anything. And I don't know the main characters' names. I don't know the main characters' names of half of the shows that I watch. And what is he quizzing on her on? Like, what color was her shirt in the last scene? Like, what? Are you kidding? There's just every single sentence has at least 5 red flags, and she needs dump him. Wow. Before we continue, I just want to ask you guys if you have any New Year's resolutions, any goals for the New Year's. My goal is to move more because I live a very sedentary life. I don't move much. Probably like most of you watching, I'm assuming. And I always thought like, okay, I'm not moving, I'm chilling, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm relaxing, so my muscles must be relaxed. Because I'm always tense and I'm like, it's probably to do with anxiety because I have a lot of anxiety. But then I realized, or I learned from ChatGPT, okay, alright, they're my friend now, that just sitting still, being very sedentary, causes muscle tension. Okay, your muscles need to be doing something to detensify every so often because your muscles are always at some level of tension, and I don't know the science behind it, but if you sit still for too long, tension. So I'm going to move more. I hate exercising, but I'm gonna try my best, and helping me with this is Yesoul. They sent me a bike with a freaking screen. I hate exercising. But with this, you literally just plug your phone, your iPad, your whatever, and you can watch your favorite shows, you can read your textbook, or do one of the workouts that they have on the Yesoul app. And the screen moves, so you can continue your workout or cool down while still enjoying whatever media you've been consuming. The picture quality and the speaker quality is a lot better than I imagined because, you know, TVs are expensive. So say yes to your soul today and use my code Charlord for $100 off of this way cooler than I expected it to look bike. My goodness. Look at these lights. I feel like I'm at the gym, minus the anxiety. And literally in a few months I'm gonna be going to Japan and Korea, and we're gonna be hiking up, you know, those shrines with tons of stairs. Besties are gonna be dying behind me and I'm gonna be like, come on guys, let's go. Almost at the top. Kambate. It's gonna feel good. And remember, $100 off with code Charlord. Amazing. And then in regards to crochet, I think I have the exact same goals as last year because I didn't follow any of them. I want to like be more mindful of what I choose to crochet and also just enjoy the process a lot more rather than be like, I gotta get this done. That didn't happen last year. Maybe it'll happen this year. I do want to do a lot of more variation of videos so that I am able to like chill more when I am crocheting or knitting or doing whatever. I also really want to hand knit a lot more and literally hand knit, like the finger knitting. I want to try that. Also want to get my other knitting machine up and running so I can use the punch card to make some super cool things. I think that's about it. Let me know again what your goals are. Then she said, if it's an important conversation, I obviously will put my work down. But I think we have different definitions of what important means. Idiot! I also told her I would like to be able to cuddle and physically interact with her during TV time. She said we can still cuddle, but it's literally not the same, question mark. I want her to be interested in me, not some pile of yarn. Imagine being a boyfriend, or having a boyfriend who's jealous of yarn. Oh, this next piece, I cannot. This might be petty, but might be. Just maybe this might be petty, but I think I might feel better about it if she knitted things for me. But it always seems to be bags and clothes for herself, or like random squares. Why is she knit crocheting all these freaking squares? What do you even do with them? She did make a pretty cute toy for my dog though. That was actually nice. Dude, you've been knitting for 3 months. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but 3 months. You expect someone to be crocheting you? Like, I would feel like crazy if I were to start crocheting a significant other some items like the first few weeks. Like I feel like I'm coming on too strong. I definitely wouldn't. Even if I wanted to, I probably would refrain from doing so. And he's like, okay, you could have a hobby, that's fine, but it has to revolve around me. And if it doesn't have to do with me, then you need to quit it. Imagine telling someone to quit their favorite hobby 3 months into a relationship. I mean at all, but like 3 months into a relationship. Anyway, I sat her down the other day and told her my perspective. And instead of being willing to compromise, she told me that I'm the one that's not listening to her and essentially called me an a-hole. She's a great girl and I don't want to lose her over this. But also I'm not sure what to do. Am I the asshole? Yes. I don't think this even warrants a response. Like, do you have to ask? First of all, what? She's not hurting anyone. Also, you've been dating for 3 months. I just honestly, I'm flabbergasted. I am very much flabbergasted. I scroll through the comments, everyone agrees. He's the freaking asshole. Like what? So many red flags, and what are you even talking about? And a lot of people pointed out that like, she's not knitting, or she's probably not knitting, she's probably crocheting because he said knitting hook. That she doesn't whip out the knitting hook at dinner, where people are like, if you're complaining about her not paying enough attention to you, but you don't pay enough attention to her to know that her favorite hobby is called crochet and not knitting, like you don't even know the name of her favorite hobby and you're complaining that she's not paying attention to the plot line of some random show. Dude, I don't even know. We're moving on. Okay, so this next one, also boyfriend themed. It's a bit shorter. We'll take a little break with this one. Rest my voice a little. Am I the asshole? I'm giving up. For crocheting around my boyfriend. That's crazy. You crochet around your boyfriend? Jail. I, 24 female, was at my boyfriend's 29 male house. We were watching our usual shows, but I've recently become very interested in crocheting. I can multitask very easily, and I was crocheting while we had something on. My boyfriend said it was rude to ignore him and the show, but I was paying attention. I told him I was still watching the show, but he said I was a selfish asshole for crocheting during our time together. What? What? How dare you crochet? I wasn't ignoring him like he claims. Am I the asshole? Imagine calling someone an asshole for crochet. Imagine your grandma. You're hanging out with your grandma and she's over there knitting. She's knitting in the corner and you're trying to tell her a story about how your day has been. And she's just knitting and not paying any attention to you. What a selfish asshole, grandma. Idiot! Okay, and then there's an idiot. There's an idiot. I'm so used to saying that word. There's an update from the OP saying that it was very eye-opening to see the amount of people who are commenting about red flags, and it's like, no. I mean, when you're in the situation, I guess it can be a little, rose-colored glasses are on, you're not really seeing all the red flags, you do kind of need some outside input, but like, calling it eye-opening and not realizing that it's whatever. I haven't been in a relationship in forever. I cannot judge. This morning, I asked why he cared so much if I was crocheting or not, and his answer was along the lines of, stop bringing up the past, you're looking for a fight. What? So the OP wants to maturely discuss an issue they were having in their relationship, and he's like, stop bringing up the past. God, that was ages ago, like, that was literally last night, and you're bringing it up now, thousands of minutes later? Stop bringing up the past, you're looking for a fight, which I wasn't. This is what he always says when I try to talk about anything he doesn't like. That's so gaslighty. I haven't thought much of it before and blame myself. But if he can't even engage in a civil conversation, that's not my fault at all. Yes, girly. Thank you for the support. I'm going to keep crocheting, but I am considering ending this relationship for good. Considering. Do it. This was a year ago. I hope she broke up with him. These people, dude, like, I cannot. Which other one? Okay, so this one is so messed up. Okay, listen to the title. The title alone is so... Like, did you even have to write the rest of the post? Do I even have to read this? Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend her blankets are pretty useless and impractical? Impractical? Yes. How dare you say that? Look, even, like, I'm sweating wearing this right now. It is very holy. You'll get what I mean in a second. It is very holy, but it is very warm. And it brings me joy because this is an album cover from my favorite K-pop group. If someone made me this, I would cherish it forever. Keep this in mind because the title alone sounds bad, but it gets so much worse when you realize who she's making these blankets for, okay? Alright, so am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend her blankets are pretty useless and impractical? Idiot! Okay. There's an update for this, but we'll keep that out to the end. So I, 29 male, you think he'd be a little bit more mature at this point, have been dating my girlfriend, 28 female, for 8 months. Again, not a very long time to be harshly criticizing your girlfriend's hobby at such a crazy level. And this woman, love her. We love you. You're gonna love her too. So I'm just assuming. Okay, so my girlfriend has many hobbies. Among them are crocheting and volunteering at a harm reduction center in our city. I won't pretend to know a lot about crochet because I've never done it and she's the first person I know who does. Her work at the harm reduction center is simply badass though. Thank you for acknowledging. She is really good at it and has saved someone's life before from an overdose. Oh my goodness. Too good for you. Too good for you. For the past couple of weeks, she's been working a lot on blankets for the regulars in her center. I guess she does this every year when it starts to get cold out. She gets donations to buy yarn and then makes blankets for people in their favorite colors and in designs she thinks they would like. So freaking thoughtful. Blankets are her favorite things to make, so this is like a fun thing for her to get to do. I was blown away by how much money she spent on yarn this year. Close to $500. I mean, this is probably in USD, but like still like $500. I'm not about to expose myself. I don't really know. I don't calculate how much I spend in yarn, but like you guys know how many projects I make in a year. This wall, I don't know, would you say this is $500 worth of yarn? Stop your crocheting for a second and look. Would you say that's $500 worth of yarn? Possibly. I don't think that's crazy, especially if you're making blankets. Blankets use so much yarn. And even though it's mostly not her money, I was just flabbergasted. He was flabbergasted by $500. Like, I don't know. Do you game? Have you bought a freaking PS5? Because those, no. You can't. What is your hobby? And how much money do you spend on that? Like, and are you donating anything to charity from that? Like, no, you cannot criticize. My thing is that even though the stuff she makes is pretty, that's about all it is. Oh, dude, what the freak? I've never personally reached for one of the blankets she's made for her apartment because when I look at them, they just have like a whole lot of holes and gaps in them. I'm sure it's a design thing, but that type of blanket is basically for show. How warm can it be when if you stretch it out, all you're making is gaps in it? First of all, I don't understand what he's saying. Do you wear a blanket while doing this? Like, what are you doing with your blankets? Secondly, yes, there's holes and gaps in it, but it's like, there's also parts where there's no holes, and that's sitting on your body and it's warming you. Plus, there's ventilation. I feel like they're perfect. Might be biased, but They are warm. And if you've never tried it, how dare you say, you cannot complain about something you don't try. Okay, I need to, if I lose my voice by the end of this, which I feel like I will, because what the actual freak? What the actual freak? Where were we? I'm angry and I can't see anymore. So I brought this up to her. Why? First of all, you can have these thoughts and be like, that's a little holy. I don't know if that would even be warm. And like, is this practical? I don't know. Maybe she should like get, like, what? Have your thoughts. And then maybe think a little more critically about your thoughts before voicing them out loud, especially bringing it up in a serious conversation with your girlfriend of 8 months. Calm down. So I brought this up to her because I feel like with that much money, you can buy better blankets for cheaper. Better blankets for cheaper. And then use the rest of the money to buy stuff for the center. First of all, you're making her feel guilty about making personalized blankets for this jail, prison, hell. What the freak? That's so mean. And like, yeah, technically, like what he's saying is right. She could buy a lot more blankets for like a lot more people, but it's like, it's not her responsibility to do that. Like, I don't understand why people criticize someone who's doing something good. Like, imagine you donate like $100 and then someone's like, why did you do that when you could have just invested the $100 and made a lot more money and then donated that money and then you would have donated more money. It's like, why? What? Like, what? I just did that because I wanted to. Why? Okay, so brought it up to girlfriend, and that her blankets wouldn't do anything to keep someone warm on the streets. She said that this is something all the regulars look forward to every year because they need blankets, but they also love having something that was handmade special for them, and some of them haven't had that in ages after living on the streets for so long. Yes, like, someone does something so sweet, so heartfelt, so positive, like, and gifting these personalized, she takes the time to personalize them based on their favorite colors and patterns and designs that she thinks they would like. Someone putting that much effort and thought into a gift for you versus someone buying like a pack of like 20, can you buy a pack of 20 blankets on Amazon? I don't know. Like, it means a lot to these people, and a lot of these people are in these situations because they don't have support from people. Like, they don't have family members or friends who are willing to help them. So having someone show this amount of care towards them, like, that's a big thing. Someone throwing you some random blanket out of necessity, like, sure, that's great, but like, it's not, it doesn't really mean anything personal. They're just another person coming to get care from this thing. They're just like a number. I keep losing my spot, my goodness. I said that was fine, but a good feeling from the gift isn't enough to keep them warm. Again, you never freaking tried the blanket. You can't not try the blanket and then imagine, like, I'm sure they're not because it'd be super expensive to make the blankets from wool, but who knows, maybe she is making them from wool specifically because it's more warm and I think water resistant, is that right? I mean, they are when they're on the sheep. I don't know if it's so water resistant when it's off of the sheep, but I mean, that's super freaking warm. If you've ever had anything wool, I don't know if I've had anything wool, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but I know that it's hot because even acrylic yarn that I'm wearing right now is hot. I'm sweating. I keep saying that, but then I'm like still wearing it because I love it. Because people love freaking crochet personalized blankets. She said I was being obtuse, correct? That they are warm and that I always wear the scarf and hat she made me. Aren't those warm? But those are different because they're things you wrap tightly around yourself. That doesn't make sense. I feel like in terms of blankets and hats and stuff, like if your hat is holy, that's more of an issue because the wind would come, and I feel like the tighter it's wrapped, the more you just said the stretching something out makes it more gappy and holy, and now you're saying that it's more warm because you wrap it tightly around yourself. Make up your mind. You're not making any sense, dude. She went back to her place upset, rightly so, and frustrated because she feels like I'm intentionally not listening. You're just an idiot. But I feel like if you guys could see the stuff she's making, you'd agree with me that they are completely useless blankets. Like, I read through this the first time and I was like, okay, I see he has some points. They're not right. They're slightly right. They make sense. His points make sense. But then that last sentence, why would you include that? Why would you call they are completely useless blankets? Why would you include, like, the judgment that is seeping from this last comment just goes to show that she should not be with you. You are not supportive. You are an asshole. He made an update and says, idiot. Okay, I'm the asshole. I'll take my judgment. I posted pics of the blankets she sent me on my profile because people asked. Can we see that? I still don't know if I'd use one. Fuck off. But I understand people find them warm still. Why are you still refusing to use them? And just admit it. She broke up with you. Put that in the update. She broke up with you. I'm gonna click on this and see if we can get the... He probably deleted them because what the freak. Oh, I don't even know how to go to profiles. You know what? This is a repost, so I can't even go. Whatever. I'm just deciding for us, but he's the asshole. I mean, you can disagree with me in the comments, but I doubt you will. We're gonna take a little intermission because I need to rest my throat for a little second. Again, shouldn't be filming this video right now. Okay, I put away my blanket because it was too hot despite it being super holy. I think you watching this are both examples of the fact that things can be both pretty and hot. Idiot. Let me do a little check-in with you guys. Do you like this kind of content? I was thinking about doing more podcasty things because I feel like that's what there's some people who want this kind of content so they don't have to look, like, especially if you're doing projects. Like, I know crochet and knit, for the most part, you can like watch what you're watching, but when you're doing something intricate or you're doing like a different hobby, it's so hard to pay attention to something. So I was thinking maybe I'd do like one of these like once a month or something. If you have any topics you'd like me to talk about, or if you just want me to keep doing Am I the Asshole, I have collected some other ones that are based more on gift giving, handmade gift giving. They make me feel sad because I make gifts for all of my family every year, so. But we could do that, or I could just not ever make one of these again if you don't like it. And if my voice is annoying you, I don't usually sound like this, I don't think. Okay, this next one is gonna be the best one. And by the best one, I mean it's gonna make your blood boil the most out of everything you've ever heard ever. Just kidding, but it really bothered me. This one is not a boyfriend-girlfriend one. It is a sister-in-law, sibling-in-law. They don't specify. And I swear to God, okay. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Be prepared to be ridiculified. So, this is the title. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law it's rude to crochet everywhere? What? What? I mean, some people might think it's a little weird, like, why are you crocheting in a bar? She's crocheting in a bar. But let people live their lives. Like, what the freak? If it doesn't make a difference to you, are you allergic? So stupid. Okay, so My sister-in-law does crochet. It's literally become her personality. Me. Me. Okay, she started doing it after her and my brother experienced a second trimester loss earlier in the year. Now, I don't know why she includes this detail, because it's this detail, like this whole post already, it's so stupid and she's so the asshole, but this one detail, the fact that she's acknowledging it, the fact that she knows it and knows why this person is crocheting all the time, my nose, is proof, like 100% proof that she is the asshole. Why would you include that? Like, a lot of people try to make themselves look better and like try to like lie a little bit to make their side seem, you know, less assholey, but like the fact that she didn't do that and still thinks she's in the right makes her delusional. So here we go. Now she does it everywhere. I work in the same place she does, and I've seen her crocheting at her desk during her breaks and lunch. It's her breaks. Whenever I first read that sentence, I was like she's crocheting during her whole work day? That's kind of weird, maybe not productive. But no, it's during her breaks and her lunch. My brother says it's how she relaxes. Apparently it helps calm her busy mind. She has experienced loss. She is experiencing pain and grief from losing her planned child. And she's simply crocheting to help herself through those emotions. And crocheting is like the least like of all the things you can turn to when you're going through something. Crochet is not bad, okay? Crochet is like, that's like taking healthy coping mechanisms to a next level. You're just sitting crocheting. Oh, this lady, man, person, I cannot. Every week or so, we have family dinners over at my parents' house. Since sister-in-law has been crocheting, she brings it with her. She just sits in the corner after dinner working on a project. My brother often sits with her and they talk quietly. Both her and my brother are quite introverted. Why does that matter? They're in a relationship. Are you jealous of your brother? Because that's freaking messed up. If she ends up sitting with my wife, okay. I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like, I want to say like gender doesn't matter, but I feel like, is it worse if it's a dude or if it's worse if it's a girl? Because I feel like if it's a girl, it's just like, it's kind of like catty, jealousy, girl hating on girl kind of thing, which sucks. But if it's a guy, it's like guy trying to control a woman for no reason, who's not even like, she's your sister-in-law, that you have no, like, not that anyone has control over anyone, but you definitely have no control over that. It's just so messed up. And then if they're like non-binary, and then it's even worse because it's like, no. Please don't behave like that. Okay, where am I? I'm so lost. If she ends up sitting with my wife or another sister-in-law, she's crocheting. I recently invited her and my brother to watch a film at mine, and again, she was sat crocheting through the entire film. It's rude because she's not paying attention to anyone. You're literally, how is she not paying attention to anyone while having full-fledged conversations with these people? You're literally admitting that she's talking to people and watching the film. Like, what? Idiot. Tonight, my brother posted a picture of them where they were out having a couple of drinks in the pub. Oh my gosh, okay, wait. When I first read this, I thought he was with them. I'm just gonna say he. I feel like it's a dude, because dudes suck. I thought he was with them, but no. Okay, so his brother posted a picture of them when they were having drinks at a pub, and she was crocheting in the picture, and that bothered him so much. Okay, so tonight my brother posted a picture of them where they were out having a couple drinks in the pub. Yet again, she was crocheting. It was on the table in the picture. Ew! Crochet on the table where we eat! Disgusting! In the comments, she was joking with her friends. How dare she have friends, and how dare she talk to them, and how dare they comment on each other's posts that have literally nothing to do with me, and I'm not in the picture, and I didn't attend this event, and literally nothing to do with me. How dare they? She was joking with her friends that she'll be able to see on her whip that she got drunks as it, what is this grammar? As it'll be all drop stitches, and then she'll have to start again. That's cute. That's cute little banter with the mates. This sounds British, so I'm going along with the theme. This person is so stupid. Her social media is full of posts about crochet. Unfollow her, block her. If you despise crochet to the point where this is bothering you so much, you don't have to look at her posts. Why are you following her? Why are you going on her page and scrolling through her posts? Keep scrolling. You're obviously obsessed with her. Why are you obsessed with her? She's your sister-in-law. That's messed up. Her social media is full of posts about crochet, about what she's working on, the yarn or pattern she's bought, or their okay, so they use the wrong use of their, and usually I'm not like grammar police at all. It bothers me, but I keep it to myself. But when they are the asshole, I will point it out. He's an idiot. Okay. Or their trips she and my brother take to go to specific yarn stores. Ew. No one wants to see that. I've had enough of her being rude. She's literally living her own life, posting her own like hobbies and stuff to her social media. That's what you do with social media. Like, you post what you want to post. And crochet is like the most innocent thing you could post about. Like, what are you talking about? Me and my husband took a trip to a yarn store. Disgusting. Get this off of my For You page. I've had enough of her being rude. When was she rude? And I commented under the post that it was rude, that she kept crocheting everywhere, and she needed to stop being so antisocial all the time. She's literally going out and hanging out with people. Again, having full-fledged conversations with people. She's participating in social life. And now I'm starting to think you're sad at home. And you're antisocial, and you don't have a social life. So you're upset that the seemingly introverted lady is going out and having a better life than you, crocheting it up. Why are you jealous that she can crochet? You could crochet too if you wanted to. Like, no one's stopping you. Just go buy a hook and some yarn. Literally. Literally. Okay. She didn't comment back, but one of her friends did go off, telling me to F off, and that she can crochet wherever and whenever she wants. Yes, thanks, bestie. I responded by saying that in that case, crocheting is banned in my house, so she'll have to socialize in future. My brother deleted my comments before sister-in-law got to see them. I know this because he told me when he messaged me telling me that I was being a prick and her crocheting wasn't hurting anyone. Imagine being the brother. Like, how confusing would that be? It'd be like, why did you... So, like, my wife just, like, freaking was minding her own business, posting on her own social media about crochet, and then my brother comments telling her to stop crocheting, and now I have to tell him to stop being such a weirdo? Like, what? Shut up. Shut up. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how weirded out would you be? Like, I would just be so confused. Like, what is the big deal? What is happening? My stuff stopped. My life essence. Peppermint and eucalyptus oil, by the way. He said that she's currently crocheting all the time because she's making gifts for family and friends. BS. Because we don't do gifts for adults in the family anymore. He told me that they wouldn't be coming around anymore until I apologized to sister-in-law. I'm not apologizing because it's rude not to be giving people your full attention. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law that it's rude to crochet everywhere? Yes, and that last bit is like, what are you talking about? So you don't believe that she's crocheting gifts for her family and friends? You don't believe her? Because you guys, people pointed this out in the comments, like, your sister-in-law has a whole nother family outside of your family. She's your sister-in-law. Like, yeah, your family might not do gifts for the adults. And even if they're not doing gifts for the adults, do nieces and nephews, to the little ones. They don't count as family. They're not people. We're not considering them family. Okay. And then her other family, no. She can't crochet gifts for them either. I know, because I know everything. This is so ridiculous. And there's no update. I like how the one person, like, admitted to being the asshole and was like, he kind of sucks still though. But like, I bet everyone else just like, friggin' deleted Reddit after this, I swear to goodness. Alright, that is it. All we have for the theme of today's Am I the Asshole boyfriend, girlfriend edition plus bonus sister-in-law edition, crazy sibling-in-law edition. My goodness. I hope you enjoyed. Share your thoughts in the comments. Who is the biggest asshole of them all? I'm gonna decide, but you decide for your own selves. I don't know, because yeah, the sibling-in-law person really sucks as a person in general. But I feel like boyfriends being controlling, like so controlling that they won't allow them to have their own hobbies, is even more concerning and more asshole-y. So I don't know. I don't know. Who should I pick? Maybe the first one. I'm maybe gonna pick the first one because it was 3 months and you're telling your girlfriend to stop crocheting. Or sorry, stop knitting with your hooks. Stop hook knitting. He sucked. This is blowing in my face now. Hello, stop. Again, you can use code Charlord to get $100 off the Yesoul Bike. And let me know what other types of content you want to see from me. I would be happy to oblige. I hope you are well. I hope you are good. I hope everything goes well for you this week. Goodbye.